Bless up, ABR family. Welcome back again to another live video. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this live video, I'm not gonna be too long with you guys. Hoping to spend at least an hour here upon the live, yeah. So quick update on the whole bus saga, the 110 buses to run this rural bus system, and VAS run out with a press conference and basically I say performance over propaganda. That him saying. So we are gonna jump right into it. As you come on the live, please to like and share out the live. Please and thanks. Just give me a couple seconds right here, so. Like and share out this live, please and thanks. So back here, so big up yourself, Ekran Sound System, Jerry Sadler, big up Lorraine Taylor, big up to all the ABR members of the membership. You too can join the membership, only a small fee per month to be a member of the Isabel Rose movement. You get a lot of perks, you get members badges, members videos, you name it. And big up to all the moderators. Thanks for always coming on board and supporting the channel. A big thank you to Patricia Hutchins, big up yourself, my sis. Thanks for the donation of the year. And I'm about to jump right into it. So, many questions than answers for this rural bus system. And they're playing politics with this when we're truly concerned about the lives of our children. And politics is not at play right here. Especially not for me. And so we're seeing the Minister of Transport, Daryl Vaz, coming out to do a press conference, so to speak. And for me, I have a small 7 minutes clip to allow you to listen to. But for me, most of the concerns that were raised was not answered. And so in that press conference, it make you know, basically say they spent $1.4 billion of taxpaying dollars to get these buses purchased, and some of them already on the island, and many of us are crying of the concerns of safety for our children. And so with these buses being over 10 years old and being deemed as old buses, and we can't go around that. These buses are old buses. And one in particular that they have down there in Portland using is approximately 16 years old. And you can see the information right here upon the screen. The whole certification of fitness, right, is right here, so in front of you. And you can see the mileage. You can look at the cursor on the screen that I'm moving. The mileage is 135,799. And this was basically, the certification was basically issued last December and is set to expire sometime this year. Well, I'm seeing June 2025. And so the 16 years old buses and over 10-year-old buses, we, the well-thinking Jamaicans, are saying that's not it. With an economy that is doing so good, they say that the good economy can yam. And they're boasting of this 1.1% GDP growth, even as Statin brought out that first quarter reading. And so why under this government that the economy is doing so well as they said. Big up yourself, GG. Lyris Beckford, big up Lorraine Taylor, Novelet. Why couldn't they purchase? And we keep asking the question, why couldn't, under such a great and good economy, why couldn't they purchase some new buses that would basically, wouldn't have to spend so much money to retrofit, wouldn't have to spend a whole lot of money to maintain? That is the question we're asking. Big up yourself, son of love. And so we're seeing them keep running back to even when Omar Davis was the transport minister back in 2012. And I'm going to read out this article so that you can have an understanding of what they're trying to do. And so back in 2012, Transport, Works and Housing Minister Omar Davis appears set to shelve plans by his predecessors to establish a rural bus system. Back in 2011, when a Jamaica Labour Party was in government, they proposed a rural bus system. And at that point in time, they wanted to purchase some 230 buses, right? Back in them time, they them wreck the economy, mash up the economy. And it was sorry, let me pull up the document. It was the same Ministry of Finance that gave approval for a loan agreement to fund the purchases of those 230 buses for the system. And it was a financial secretary who goes by the name of Dr. Wesley Hughes warned that the purchase of the buses can only be accommodated at the expense of spending in other sectors such as health, education, and security. At the time, this financial secretary was basically saying that I better them spend the money in other areas other than, sorting out this 230 bus system here. So they wanted Omar Davis to pick up where they left off. Right? Remember, they were just taking over government. Back then, hardly Sean, the whole of them, the whole economy never so good. PNP came in and was trying to build back the economy. Build it back. So in 2012, when they wanted the PNP to continue this whole 200 odd bus purchases, new bus at that. Right? So if back then the economy never so hot and all that, and I hardly Shaw proposed to want to buy 230 new buses, I am still asking the question then, why under this administration that them say the economy is booming, why wouldn't they want to buy new buses instead of 12, 13, 14, 15, up to 16 years old buses? That now make no sense to me. But at the time, Omar Davis basically said we can't do it at this time. But yet still, they had rolled out a pilot program back in 2015. And it was this very same government who stopped the pilot program, and you can see the information is here on the Jamaica Information Service. It says scores of children, school children in the parish of Clarendon are benefiting from the government's rural safe school bus program, which has been put in place by the Transport Authority. So in 2012, when they wanted Omar Davis to continue for them proposal, the economy never good, and that is the point where them minions need to understand. It was not in favorable condition to do it at that time. Right? But the CMPNP rolled out a pilot program. I want to know who stopped the pilot program. Who took over from the People's National Party in 2016 and stopped this pilot program here? So they might behave as if PNP is against having a rural bus system when they piloted a program in 2015. The People's National Party are not against the rural or the school bus system. Not at all. But if the economy is doing so good, we are against purchasing these old vehicles, these old buses. One want if you come say the bus them new when the bus them not new? The buses are not new. Big up yourself, Bolo. The buses are not new. And I'm going to read an article here from RideZoom. And it said, while there isn't a nationwide ban on using a 15-year-old school bus, many districts are phasing them out due to concerns about safety, environmental impact, and maintenance costs. Want to hear that? Many districts are phasing them out due to concerns about safety, environmental impact, and maintenance costs. Some states or districts may have specific regulations regarding the age or mileage of the school buses, but the average lifespan is generally around 12 to 15 years, or if it is at 250,000 miles. Right? Some more reasons why they want to phase out those buses. And the safety concerns, they said older buses, particularly those with diesel engines, can be more prone to mechanical issues, including fires. Safety features and technology have advanced, making newer buses safer overall. Over time, buses experience wear and tear, increasing the risk of accidents or breakdowns. Environmental issues of old bus. Older diesel buses contribute significantly to air pollution. There is a push towards using alternative fuels and reducing emissions. 3. Maintenance and costs for older buses. Older buses require more frequent and costly maintenance. Replacing aging buses can be more cost-effective in the long run compared to constant repairs. These buses are going to need constant repairs. The cost to constantly upkeep these buses versus buying a new bus would be greater. You understand? Funding and budgets. School districts face challenges in securing funding for new buses, especially in tight budget years. Some districts may rely on federal or whatever state for funding. And in this case, them a plan for use the whole JUTC aspect. JUTC already racking up how much 10 billion in losses. So why, if a People's National Party proposing that we use the same taxi operators and bus operators, or they will basically pump $1 billion to help some of these persons who are already driving, already taking some of even the very same path students them to school. Regulate with them to get at least 20,000 students to ride per day. Right? And I'm going to show you a chart right here so where comparison can be made between the PNP versus the JLP transportation proposals. Right? The PNP plans to give $2,500 per week for the subsidy. JLP pumping 100 buses, and then again the pitney them have to pay $50 to ride the bus. $50 to ride the bus. While they are targeting approximately 7,500 students, the PNP is targeting 20,000. The PNP plan to use private buses, taxis, and vehicles to help even to rotate the same money that they plan to give as subsidy back into the whole sector instead of having private personnels to only transport the pitney them. So the taxi man them now gonna make no money, and those who have the buses are not gonna be making any money, so to speak. Because when this government introduced these 100 buses, what left for the taxi operators and even for others who may have a bus or two? You see what I'm saying right here, sir? Big up yourself, Renford. Renford is saying the money should be invested in new coaster buses and sell them on a long-term loan to individuals in the transportation sector. Then make it seem as if the PNP them are going to just take up anybody. You have to make sure so they are vetted. So they're going to use the Ministerial Education, and them are going to use the path as the leverage too. And the schools are going to be working with them in order to vet these persons and to know the type of children them with them a target. This government, them roll out the 100 buses, them don't really have a target, because it seems to me that any one of the pitney them, once them at a particular spot where the bus are going to pass, them can actually go up on the bus and use the bus. But the PNP has a targeted approach. So after all of this now, we see the Minister of Transport basically putting up on his social media the bus is already retrofitted after recently arriving in Jamaica. Doors on the right side, performance over propaganda. The doors are still on the right side, so what kind of great retrofitting? So them parking the bus them on the right side. So at that them a plan for do then. So the buses them are go switch lane, go over to the right side to drop off the kids them and to pick them up. And that him basically I say, because the doors are still on the right. The doors are still on the right side. So me not understand this. I don't understand this any at all. Me not get it. But I'm going to let you listen to a 7-minute footage right here, so, of him speaking at this press conference.
A general update to reiterate where we are with the implementation of this transformative policy. Again, the system is aimed at addressing the significant inconvenience and danger faced by our children when they travel to and from school, and will also help to address high transportation costs faced by parents, in many times causing them to have to decide which child they send to school on a particular day. Ultimately, the rural school bus system will also assist in reducing the number of times students are absent from school and seeks to improve students' academic performance. 100 safe, secure, and fit-for-purpose buses have been purchased as part of the planned rollout. It's actually 110. 100 will go into the system and 10 will be held back for contingency in order to make sure that we have buses to replace existing buses for whatever reason. I wish to reiterate that the plans for the rollout of the school bus system remain firmly on track for September morning 2025. 26 buses are in Jamaica. 14 additional buses arrived on Saturday of last week. 4 more are en route to Jamaica, and 18 more will be delivered on July 14th, and 28 each will be delivered on the 22nd of July and the 30th and the 29th of July. So, in essence, all 110 school buses will be here by the end of July. Among the batch of buses will be 47 small units, 32-seater, with engines designed to navigate remote areas, 38 mid-sized buses, which have 54 seats, and 25 buses designed to seat 72 people each. So the configuration is 3 different types of buses, obviously because of the assessment of the terrain that we will be traversing. As it pertains to the rural transportation system, I gave a commitment that I will also reiterate. The current activity represents phase 1 of the system. We intend within 2 years to import an additional 200 to 300 buses to serve the additional 625 schools with a student population of over 300,000. It is in the intention of the government to actively pursue the possibility of the introduction of not only refurbished buses, but also new buses, as we are doing for the JUTC. This government and this minister will deliver on his commitment to put in place a safe, affordable, and convenient system which provides quality service to our children and reduces cost to parents. Let me now deal with the criticism, if you want to call it that, from those members of the opposition. The ministry has taken note of the criticisms in the public domain coming from the ranks of the opposition regarding the plans being pursued to deliver a rural school bus system for Jamaica. The buses have been dubbed old by the opposition, who have also alleged that the buses are being brought in to kill off Jamaican picnic. Let me state categorically that July 5th and 6th, 2025 are among the saddest and darkest days in our history based on these wicked, evil statements made particularly by Mark Rowling and Peter Bunting, along with others in their party. It is simply Badmind on steroids. I wish to categorically reject these allegations as false, reckless, and a desperate attempt to use our children to attain power at any and all costs. This must never be forgotten, and they must be judged and rejected out of hand for these wicked and evil thoughts. And a simple press release, which was sent out a few minutes ago ahead of my press conference, will not take them off the hook. Concerning the ages of the buses purchased, as we move to roll out the school bus system, let me lay out some facts. I'm advised that the average age of registered motor cars currently in the public transport system in Jamaica is an average of 14 years old. Prior to the recent purchases, the average age of JUTC buses in the fleet was 14 years old. I'm further advised that currently the average age of registered buses in the wider public transport system is 18 years old. And these figures are coming from the ITA and the Transport Authority. So these are legitimate figures and not something that I am just picking out of a hat. The average age of buses being purchased under the Rural Transportation Bus Initiative is 10 years old. Some are below 10 years old, as low as 8 years old. The opposition has described the buses being purchased as old, but suggested that they would pay transport operators, including bus operators, and who they described as a little man with Probox or AR wagon. I assume that he means AD wagon to transport our children. Well, the fact is, the average age of buses and cars in the public transportation system currently is between 14 and 18 years old.
So he's saying right there, so say the average age of the buses that he is importing is between 8 and 10 years old. But then we can look at this right here, so, and this is giving us a different argument from what he stated. This is the very first bus that was brought into the island that they're currently using now. Right? And based on this, it is a older than what year he is referencing a while ago. So we would love to know who really a benefit off of these buses. He stated that according to the Transport Authority, have vehicles in the country currently at between 14 to 18 years old. And he's saying that in the JUTC fleet, you have bus up to 14 years old. Right? And so we see them basically saying that they added 100 buses to the JUTC fleet. So if una use bus that is currently 14 years old in the fleet, and it's costing so much money to maintain at the JUTC, why then una run and go buy 100 more buses? So you see the argument that he's coming with, and them still running on this whole Badmind thing, yeah? It really makes no sense. And then we have somebody like Victor McPherson now, we come here so no wanna say, you on the PNP are a waste of time. And me have to struggle a while ago for read that because this big smaddy, I don't know the difference between on, and and. You still don't even know the difference between waist, when spell ya so as in your waistline, W-A-I-S-T, and waist as in W-A-S-T-E. So brother, you're not really relevant right now. So big up yourself, moderator, for really getting him off here. So it's better you listen than you come here so with the whole heap of nonsense, because you don't know the difference between two simple words. So me not really have no time for you. Big up yourself, my sis Arlene from. Big up to everybody on the line. 401 eastbound, big up yourself. So what he came out on that press conference come saying really make no sense right there, so. But let me go into this part here where in Jamaica the age limit for importing motor vehicles depends on the vehicle type. So motor cars and station wagons cannot be more than 6 years old, while light commercial vehicles like pickup trucks and vans can be up to 10 years old. There are also specific age limits for other vehicle categories such as heavy commercial vehicles. Right? Light commercial vehicles, this includes pickup trucks and vans. The age limit is between 6 to 10 years. Right? Returning residents may be able to import vehicles up to 10 years old, but they must have owned the vehicle for at least 6 months before importation application. Right? And all of this information is coming from the Jamaica Customs Agency. So with all that being said right here, so yes, Michael Coley, Victor is fully done. And so therefore, I don't really have no time for waste on him. Big up yourself, Neil Johnson. So Neil is saying that Vaz is lying. The boss is 15-year-old. My God. The man just stated in that clipping that I played that the buses that he's importing is between 8 to 10 years, and some of them are even less than 8. And him say so. And I me say it, and him say so. And someone really want to hear from you. So right now, I'm about to open the phone lines for a bit right here. So because I want to hear what I say. Please to like up the live, share out the live. So to the number right here, so please call in and share your thoughts. The number is 954-288-6467. WhatsApp only. Nine five four two eight eight 6467. All right. Whenever you want to chime in, you can chime in. I'm moving on a bit from the whole bus saga right here. So I seen recently that the TAJ says that they are almost at completion of the whole retrofitting of their Greenville building that they have leased since 2020, and according to news media, they're saying that the building is still vacant. So with taxpaying dollars here, so another set of waste. So after spending almost $100 million leasing empty, vacant buildings, at one point we heard that it's gonna cost $1 billion to retrofit these buildings. And so now they're saying that they were delayed a bit, but they're on track to have all the retrofitting completed by now and September. Approximately $1 billion to retrofit TAJ buildings that are still vacant, still empty. What can go so? Another piece of news here. They're saying 3 men were arrested after police seized some 500 pipe bombs seized between 9 and 11 miles out there in Bull Bay, St. Thomas. And so it begs the question here, if a war the people them plan to go. I want to know if it's election or if a war them plan to go, and why they are spray painted, it seems, in all these different colors. 500. What is going on right here, so? What is really going on here? But we're seeing. So Arlene is saying the fertilizer that went missing. Could be. Could be. And we're seeing our GenSec Dayton can be reminding even the very same comrades and letting those who are trying to incite violence over politics that we, the comrades, we come in love. We're always supporting the mantra that the word is love. And so I don't see why so much. It's just the other day they had the biggest importation of one whole heap of pistol the other day, over 200 and had. And now they come back again, 500 pipe bombs seized. But me I gonna make you hear from Dayton Campbell right here, so. Because we see them come and them a question, you know, with Blood and Fire Comrade song. And I don't know why them come and a question the Blood and Fire Comrade song, because someone even called me the other day and said them can question that term of blood and fire when they know exactly what it means, but them a play as if them want to come start up, you know, animosity around the song. The song is a very good song. Pitney a dance to it, everybody love the song and I engage with the song. So I don't understand where them a come with. And the term that they're using, shower labor rights, if some of them even go do them little research, but through them not read because them leaders, them and them, you know, them God with them praise. A battle for them mind, that's why them behave. So that's why you have a victor now can come here and cannot differentiate between the word on and. Back then it was the very same saga too. Who said blood for blood and fire for fire, thunder for thunder? And then he went back and he stated that it's a Rastaman saying and that the people must not take it literal. The man said blood for blood, fire for fire, thunder for thunder. They constantly go around and they use this term, say shower labor rights. And if only they know what shower meant. Only if they knew what the word shower deriving from, they would have stopped use shower. But because them not read and them not do no research, so when them gods them and them leaders them say anything, them run with it. When you question them, you forgot this with your mother, you forgot that with your mother, your bad mind, you this, you that, and that's all them go round and them use. No wonder why the leader don't build a school, because he want to keep them, you know, dunce. Because you run come on my platform to come tell me, say, we the well-thinking Jamaicans who is questioning the government of this 1.4 billion purchase when we are said them should have buy some newer bus because them say the economy are going good. And that we are saying, this one whole heap of old buses, after a while it will cost too much to maintain. They're already struggling with the JUTC system. Start out with some new buses. If at 20 you could have afford at the time when you buy the 20. That is what we're saying. That's why them a battle for the mind, man. But we are battle for the truth. We're not a battle for nobody mind. We're battling for the truth. Big up yourself, Splash DJ. Victor Williams, big up.
To be carefully. I know when people are trying to set me up. We have a government that started out along a road that said they won't allow PNPism back into the country. The Prime Minister said that. Then we had this deputy leader of the Labour Party saying they will never surrender Jamaica to the PNP. I want you to understand that people don't surrender from a position of victory. When you surrender, when you're under pressure, you throw in the towel. It's the same leader of that party that got up and said he don't need no opposition. After that, we hear of big gunfight in West Kingston, JP Bastion constituency. And we want to know who owns the warehouse where they found those guns. After that now, they want to turn the words of a song about blood and fire, which is the theme song of the Salvation Army, that speaks about the blood of Jesus and the fire of the Holy Spirit. They want to twist that to suggest that we need violence when we say that. I go on the microphone and say if they are behaving like that, at the next election we need to get rid of them. They say that is somehow violence. What they are attempting to do is to set us up. And I want you, comrades, as you move around, let us remind them that we are the party that said the word is love. We are not here to fight against each other, regardless of what color you wear. We fight against injustice. We fight against inequality. We fight against crime and violence. We fight against hungry people going to school. Those are the things that we fight against. We don't fight against each other. They are trying to set us up because they want to be violent. They want to be violent, so they're trying to set us up to say that we start this. We come in peace. We are not for violence. We are keeping meeting, and they're driving their cars right through the middle of the meeting, waving their green flag and ringing their bell because they're trying to antagonize the people. Regardless of what they do, their comrades, we come in peace. This is Jamaica land we love, and without child Labourite to mash it up, we are restoring dignity to governance in this country.
But I want to tell some of the little GLP apologists in the media, and don't worry yourself. I love we are dealing with, you know. The word is love, you know. When we talk about we are blood and fire, comrade, we're resilient, we're passionate, we're determined to see change. We're not afraid of nobody. We are going to do what we have to do, but we are doing it within the law, and we are doing it with love for our country, because we love Jamaica and we love our people. So you don't have to worry about that. Just enjoy the music, man. Lick it again, the selector.
Blood and fire, comrades, coming to build back what this Jamaica Labour Party has destroyed. Big up yourself, Sir Wilbert Cameron. Carol Banton says, Desmond Mackenzie was in my constituency yesterday. He was walking with MP and about 8 people. It shows the people don't want to see them. So another very thin walk there. Everywhere them got tin out. My God, big up yourself, Genevieve. Myrtle, big up yourself. It thin. Very thin. Everything them take away, we are gonna bring it back. They dismantle the pilot program and come in with these old buses and want us to accept these old buses. When they collect more taxes, could have easily bought some newer buses to transport our children in. ABR family, me about to open the phone lines right now. Or you can feel free to lend your opinion on these topics. Because I want to come back on live with a live from the People's National Party. So they are constantly rolling out their housing plans. And this one is titled Housing for All, No One Will Be Left Behind. PNP plans for the disabled community. So they'll be speaking on a live, should be starting in the next 40 minutes. And so may I open the phone lines because I want to come back live with that. Big up yourself, Kazaya Couture Clothing. Bless up yourself. The number is at the top right there. So 954-288-6467. WhatsApp only. Let me hear one answer, family. L&M, big up yourself. Big up yourself.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight.
Bless up, family. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
Bless up. But you know, you see, the school bus thing, a lot of Jamaicans can talk what they want to talk partisans, politics, but those of us who either traveled abroad or live abroad understand what the school bus system is and how it works.
Definitely.
You know, we all would like to have a school bus system. Nobody is saying no to a school bus system.
But one is there, you know, that transport the part students, you know. So it's for them to just expand it, you know.
And do it properly. These buses are old. These buses need not to be carrying our students. Our terrain, our roads are way more dangerous than the ones that they were built for in the United States. Yeah. And if they are no longer being used on the safer roads of the United States, why are we taking them to put on our dangerous roads? Yeah?
All right.
Why are we doing this to the kids? You know, in the name of politics? And then lying about the age of the buses? Like people foolish. These are the dark days when only JBC and RDR and the telephone everybody can...
No, she said the social media boom. Yeah.
No, we need Jamaicans to stop to draw them in from them political ass, you know, because like you said, this is not about politics, this is about the safety of our children. And people need to just wrap them head around the thing properly, you know. And those who don't know have a phone, Google the American bus system, how them bus they work, because I mean, you know, how you have to put the bus door behind the driver. How can he or she see?
My God.
You need to be a craft from the kids going in and coming out of the damn bus.
Makes
You have
sense,
to
yeah.
have a clear view.
True.
Safety is the paramount to be. Yo, Mr. Belly turn and near out some little people, those people with upon there and just a chat shit
Badmind. Mighty God.
Come on. And then the first thing I go do now, me look, me see one of the bus pan a record.
Mighty God. Hey.
Isn't that confirmation that we're going in the wrong direction? Well, I mean, tell me the road with my family in the area now. I can't do that too long, but I couldn't. I didn't have to like drop 2 cents a night because I live in the United States.
Yeah.
My children take the bus every morning to school and from school. And listen, if my kids were to walk from home to the school, they could do it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So for sure, you said them not far, but my people them take the bus every morning and every evening. And how the buses run. Let me tell you something, the bus not even full. There's not one school bus here that is full.
That I can attest to, yeah? True.
Yeah. And if the school bus drop, especially if they are going to like elementary school, not upper school, then the bus driver now let off that child, If nobody
yes, definitely so.
And I wouldn't say it's not anybody if whoever is not on a list
True.
that the bus driver have
True.
to accept that child, them not come off.
Definitely so. Then prefer bring them back to the school.
So as I say all of that, we say safety.
It's paramount.
Is paramount.
True.
So this one, Mr. Vaz, I'll give you 1 for the effort of trying to do a school bus system, but you get a failing grade for the crap that you're talking and trying to push on the Jamaican people. No joke. No joke about it, man. Baby and our family, everybody will big up on themselves, make sense out of nonsense.
All right, my brother, big up. Thanks for calling. Respect. All right. And I just forget buses for just run for go say, all right, yeah, get buses for this. The safety our children hear from this caller here, he resides in America. Most time, the buses that picks up the children them are not even full. Cause if you're not sitting in a seat, that driver is not moving that bus. You understand? Michael Coley says, I live in Canada and I can attest to what the caller is saying. Definitely. Definitely so. So I don't know where the bad mind, this and bad mind, that where them a come off with. And who bad mind from who no bad mind. It's not about bad mind. So we can't question nothing again. Liquid with the truthful answers. I saw you counter questions. You lick it with the truthful answer. You don't run out and say bad mind. Because when you run out and say bad mind, you make it seem as if then where the people them attack are true. Them attack, then you not have no other response than for just come out and say bad mind. Big up yourself, sis Sharon Bernard. Big up Ardeen. Hodlin, bless up. So, as the caller state, him give him a point for the effort of wanting to expand. But at the end of the day, the older buses them nah cut it for me. And it nah cut it for many others. And so because we have said nah cut it for we, the older buses them, automatically we're bad mind and automatically they're saying that we're fighting against, the bus system. And that is far from the truth. Anybody else wants to call in to chime in? Let me know what your thoughts on this. 954-288-6467. Maybe you wanna say.
To defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Because we're fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. Calls for us to think and think deep.
It calls for us to think and to think deep. Put away the bad mind talk for a minute and think. We want the children them to be safe at all times. That is the bottom line of it. We want safety for the children.
We are at a time in this country when the people of Jamaica are anxious to see a change, a new Jamaica, a government in which the people can have trust and confidence. They are tired of all the scandals under this government. They are tired of situations where the government of Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco, gives fertilizer for the farmers of Jamaica who need help after the hurricane, and the cronies of this government take the fertilizer and are selling it to the farmers who are in distress. It's a disgrace. The people of Jamaica are looking on when they see the NWC refusing to attend and share test results for water testing at the KSAMC. And we even hear about Dunge River and the minister responsible for water, instead of telling them to cut the nonsense and share the information in the interest of the people. Because you can't sweep things like water quality under the carpet. If there's an issue, it must be addressed transparently so people know what is going on. And the minister didn't adopt that posture. That is the type of governance this government is offering. And what about the drill? What about the medical drill? A drill which on the market costs 1/10 of what the government bought the drill from this company. A company where the majority shareholders are JLP MP. And he claims he's holding the shares in trust, but for who? The thing mix up. It don't smell right. There's something rotten in the state of Jamaica. And I'm calling an Auditor General and the Integrity Commission to look at it and scrutinize it very carefully, because the people of Jamaica are suffering in the healthcare system. There are so many pieces of equipment that need repair or to be replaced. And if you're buying equipment at very inflated prices, those resources are being misused, misappropriated, when they should be available to fix the things that are needed to be fixed in the hospitals and in the health centers. So many people can't have their elective surgeries done. Operating theatre closed. AC not working. Elevator not working. CAT scan not available. Even at the Bustamante Children's Hospital, no CAT scan. May I tell you, time come, comrades. Time come. The people need change. That is why I have committed to putting ethics at the center of governance again. Upstanding government in the interest of the people. Government in which the people can have trust and confidence. We want to start a movement when we form government. We want it to be led by well-thinking Jamaicans, the churches, civil society organizations, academia, to try and bring back love into the society. Bring back decency, bring back caring, bring back the values and attitudes that Jamaica used to be known for, but now, under this government, where the head of the stream is so rotten, we have lost our way, and we have to restore it.
My God, we have lost our way, and we have to restore it. Sound words from Mark Golden right there. My God. ABR family, anybody else wants to chime in? The number is there, 954-288-6467. Let me hear what I say. In the meantime, when I know so I have to play out the nicest tune right now since Sliced Bread. This, them now want to hear, but them I got tired to hear it. Blessings, my caller, you're live. What says you?
Yes, sister. It's very ironic that the same Daryl Vaz that a few years ago pressured the taxi men them to have car seats to carry students have some unsafe bus, and I don't think I see seatbelts in those buses, and I don't see child seat in those buses. Put them on the road. Two, I was saying that it's better for them to have coasters from Japan or even Toyota Jamaica have seatbelt in them, and they will be cheaper to maintain than any of those buses. And you talk about retrofitting, coasters already come right on drive, so nothing would be retrofitted. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is sad that these people do not like us Jamaican people, and you have some idiots out there that are still supporting them with the garbage. And I was saying, Marky G and the rest of PMP is Badmind. And the only Badmind me see is a government that take people for idiots.
My goodness, and that is true.
Understand what I'm saying? The same account to his wife can't pick road, right? And the same full taxi man them have big arrow with it, right? And they don't even remember the atrocities that these people brought on us as bus operators and taxi drivers, right? And I still feel that them taking off the decal or the stickers off the mirrors of the windshield, they are pointing us to need same way. Right?
Even though it was deemed unconstitutional.
Digitalizing these things is that they are pointing to needs. So it's two things that they're using. The 20,000 that they're giving away to 50,000 people, and also the decal taken off the things, and people should recognize these things and understand that is what it's all about. You understand me, ABR sister?
Yes.
Right? You have Andrew Orris is statutory deduction.
Declaration, yeah.
Its declaration it cannot be declared, right?
Not certified.
Declaration cannot be declared. For how many years now? And you don't hear none of
none of them now question that. Then that's why him say.
Any of them.
None of them now question.
Right?
Them not question that.
Right? And they are talking about what Marky G that doing our Marky G this and Marky G that.
Like a Marky G in a government.
Exactly. That is the thing. The man born in Jamaica, none of them not check it out to see where the man born. But because them look at either leaders say, England the man born, everybody run with it. Right? And it's so sad that these people are checking out
and come at the man, say the man for sure bird paper. Them for go up in a them for ask Daryl Vice for go dig up the file.
Exactly. Right? And the other file where we want them dig up is the FinStack file.
See him, sir. The full report.
Let us see it. Publish the full report for FinStack. Let us see it.
Yeah, because all them are run with FinStack as well. They don't understand one thing about FinStack because FinStack was the solution. I'm tired of them.
Right? With the same cronyism and nepotism, that's what caused FinStack. Because Saga borrowed 30 million US. I am from Montreal and I know the place. Right now the place is in garbage. Right? The place locked down how long? $30 million for Jamaicans gone down the drain. Right? The man never paid income tax for that place either. Because I had family member that was working at that place. And nobody talk about those things. But they want to mess with Michael Manley as if he was the person who did something wrong to Jamaica in those times. Just like how now they are saying that, because they come out now, I say we are push war, And I heard Juliet, what's her name, Calder with it.
Yeah.
Right? And these people don't understand. It's not a time for war now. It's a time for revolution. Yes, for us to get rid of this corrupt, dirty government, but it's not a time for war. It's a time for Jamaicans to come together and to realize what we as Jamaicans want for ourselves is a better future for our children and a better life for ourselves as Jamaicans.
Definitely so.
And that's what we should be thinking about.
True.
Right? I'll yield the floor back to somebody else that wants to take it out.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling. Much respect.
Blessed love.
All right. Same to you. Somebody blocked Patrick Goldburn. Big up yourself, Patrick. I think Patrick made a mistake. Yes, Arlene, thanks for pointing that out. Whosoever block Patrick Goldburn, free him up there, please and thanks. Big up yourself, Obama Wolf. Big up George. Big up Richard. Nelson. Joseph Samuel. Big up yourself. Who a video call me? Voice call me.
You are going to come under some pressure.
You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. They're the tactics used to try and buy you out. They're the tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades. And we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
Stand firm, well-thinking Jamaicans. Stand firm, comrades. Big up yourself again, sis Celine Browning. Everybody want to big up on yourself on the live. Remember, I'm coming back live a little after 7 or 6 for some people. I'm coming back live in the next 10 to 20 minutes. So, thanks for the support. Thanks for those who call in. Thanks for those who, keep the chat active. Big up yourself, Dalfi. Respect to everybody. Big up to all the moderators. Big up to the members of the ABR membership. Angela, Ivan Wallace, Charm B, just to name a few. Please stay tuned. Big up on yourself every time. The word is love.